Hi, my name is Jenny.
I'm Ron.
I'm Natia.
In this video, we are going to show you how to use Matlab GUI to create an application to calculate power generation.
First, we create a GUI using guide in Matlab. We already did here, so let's go ahead and open up the script. Inside the script, we load the information of solar installation and wind speed here in this file. And then we make a pop-up menu for the three cities, New Orleans, Phoenix, and Hartford. We get the average solar installation and wind speed for each city and store the value in the pop-up menu. And we also store a picture of each city in the menu so that when you select the city, picture of the city will show. And here we place grid on the picture and calculate the actual area of each grid box. Then let's move on to push button for each product. And let's take solar 1 as the first product for solar panels as an example. At each push button, we get the solar or wind information from pop-up menu city selection here. And we define the number of wind or solar product that can be put in each grid box. And we useginput command to allow users select a grid box. And we restrict ginput in the area of the picture, then use KNN search to find the area of grid box that user click on. And then we use global variables for number of products being put in each grid box so that when user click another box, that value will add on the previous one. And we make a similar arrangement for the power generation here. And then we use an if and else statement to restrict number of times user can click on grid box each session. In the if and else statement, in the if and else statement, we patch color in the selected grid box that link to KNN command and place number of selected products and power to designated static box.
There are several buttons at the bottom that link to sub-GUIs, such as Legend, the Help box, and Product Details. Legend will match the product you select, or the products we have, with the colors that will show up on the grid space. Help box gives us a short step-by-step instruction on how to use our application. Product Details will give the details of the products from price to square or dimensions. And then two more buttons at the bottom are the receipt and the print image buttons. Print image will create a figure of your modified image so that you can save or print it. The receipt callback will generate a receipt of total cost and total square footage that the product will be placed in. Each product will be, if a product is not selected, then it will not show up on the receipt.
Create a button for saving so that if you haven't finished your work, you can click this button to save your work and then work on it later. Here it's the save state function, and which we define here. And here it will save all of the buttons or pop-up menu you have chosen here and store in this function. And then later on we need to create a load button so that when you click it, your previous work will show up here. And this is the function for the button. And the load button is here. Here it's the load state function. So when you click this button, your previous work will be loaded here, and then you can continue to work on it.
To calculate the total solar output, we had to use the average solar installations of each city. We have these values from Project 1, and the unit of measurement is kilowatt per square meter. So we had to do some converting over here. Next, we calculated the dimensions of each solar panel in each grid size by dividing the size of each grid square, which is 28 by 20, by the dimensions of the selected solar panel. We then round this value up to the closest integer. Then we multiply the dimension of each solar panel times the number of solar panels we calculated earlier and multiply that by the average solar installation of that specific city. And so every time you click a grid square, the power will be added to the previous value of the power. Wind power is calculated a similar way, except we use the area of the grid square to decide how many wind turbines, and we're assuming 1 mph of wind is equal to 600 kilowatts of power. And so the total power is multiplied by the number of turbines and then by 600.
Application script. In the end of the main GUI, we can create another GUI called the front page, and that this front page GUI will link to the main application. Let's go ahead and run it. Here's the front page. There is some basic information about this application. If you click enter, the main application will show up, and the help box will show you how to run this application. Let's go ahead and choose a city. Let's say Phoenix. And you can click on a solar panel product and then place in the grid box. And here will show you how many powers generated by this solar panel, and then the numbers of solar panels that it's built in this grid box. Here's the total number of time of clicking. We restrict this number to 10. And if you do a wind turbine, the wind turbine's power generation is shown here. This is the number of wind turbines being built. And it will add up both solar power and wind power here, and then the total number of product and also the number of clicking. And let's go ahead and do more. So now, if you want to save this work and do it later, and you can click Save Result, it will show you a picture of your work. You can save it if you want. And if you close this, and then go back to open up the front page and click Enter, and then load, it will load your previous work. You can continue to work on it. And then also you can change city and continue to work on it until it hits 10. Then you cannot place any product anymore. It will show you an error message saying that you have reached the limit. And now you want to print the receipt. The receipt will be located in the same file. If you open up, here it's all of the product information, and then it will only show you the 10 times when you click on the grid space. And going back to the GUI, the legend will show you what each color means. And there is some product information here. And that's it. Thank you for watching our video.